Okay, well, thank you. I see some new faces. That's awesome. PTK meetings is the 14th of November. Just have a date stamp on the video. We were busy last week. Who would like to give us an update on the workday last Thursday?
I got the notes out right now, and yeah. And so from the work day last Thursday, we had a pretty productive time. We mainly put our focus on the Honors in Action project as far as designating slides to everyone to do and the research on and things like that. However, we do need to work on the party aspect more because we did not really get around to designating roles for the party. So that's really what we need to work on. As far as research itself, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty well.
All right, so I can get the presentation set up on the TV.
Okay.
Because I believe I have a converter that will work with that television. If not, the presentation needs to be ready to plan and work toward that. Anybody want to volunteer to make flyers?
I would, but I have another flyer that I can make from the same.
Okay, for the blood drive or?
It's for the interviews. We're doing more interviews in December for ambassadors.
For ambassadors, okay.
So I have to do that and I have another project, so.
Okay, it's very simple, just something with, PTK research presentation. There'll be pizza. Where your what probably should be billed as the celebration of college football. Wear your Alabama or Auburn gear. And stick around for pizza and a presentation by PTK. So something along those lines. So when we're done with all this stuff, I'll let you guys kind of work that out, and I will, take a look at the television there. I think IT has some projectors, but I'll get the pizza and we'll plan on 12:15 Thursday, because that's when most people have a break, to be done at 1. College project. Did you guys talk about that at all on Thursday?
We did.
Okay.
We talked about, we did a lot of changes, but we made a lot of changes.
That's fine.
We felt like some of the slides would be more appropriate than others because some of us found that the way the slides were worded, it was kind of like offensive to people.
Could be found offensive.
Okay. We want to avoid that because we want to keep things positive if at all possible.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're doing research, you're going to find stuff that's going to make people uncomfortable, and a lot of times that's the purpose of research. But yeah, for presentation, we can try to keep a even tone.
Yeah.
Recap of the fundraiser. It went pretty well. We made about $250 profit, so that was good. I would like to do Krispy Kreme again in the spring. This time we need to give them more leeway. They changed the rules. I really had to kind of talk them into giving us the order. So the order forms have to be in 3 days ahead of time instead of the day before. Which I don't know why they need that much lead time when you have a donut making machine that puts out, what, 10 dozen a minute, But fortunately they didn't answer the phone a couple times I called beforehand, so I was able to use that as leverage. Well, I tried. You guys wanted, but I actually had to show up. I believe there's still a couple boxes in the freezer. If you have anybody that would like to buy them at half price, let me know, and I'll see if it's the kitchen, so I'm going to keep to it. So, but it was pretty successful. I mean, fundraisers Well, fundraisers really fall into two categories. A little bit more laid-back fundraiser like we just had, or total commitment fundraisers. For example, LBW, they do a flower sale before Easter, but we're talking like a semi full of flowers pulls up. You know, they sell that many. So that's like, but they don't have any institutional monetary support, so they're totally fundraiser funded. Fortunately, our administration believes in PTK. We just convinced our last president that how awesome PTK was because she went to the international convention and was totally hyped about it, and then she got moved to a state job after the president. So, but Dr. Pouncey seems very enthusiastic about student organizations, so I don't anticipate it changing for us. Tentative commitment for the international convention. The reason why we need to get convention commitment 3 months ahead of time is that it's expensive for us. It's around $400 for convention. Now you get a lot for that. You get seminars, great speakers, a few meals, but I need early commits for that. Now, here's the deal. If you decide, say in January, that you want to go to international, put your name on the list, you're part of the commitments, right? Well, if something comes up or you just don't want to go, that doesn't mean you owe the school that money necessarily, but it's your responsibility to find a replacement. So it's not like you'd have to pay the school back automatically, but I do ask that if you commit to it, and there's a little form the school has you sign, that you do, you're either committing to find a replacement or to pay the money back, one of the two. Okay. I'm going to ask for airfare money, but we may end up being on the bus. Fortunately, I spoke with Dr. Lake with the Phi-Sci chapter at Bay Minette. Their bus driver doesn't like to drive through the night, so that means we don't have to drive through the night. So the commitment would be we probably leave on Wednesday early in the morning, get to Dallas that night, do the convention 2nd, 3rd, 4th, drive back early in the morning on the 5th. Okay, so you'd be home. I just did this drive. It's about a 12-hour drive to Dallas. On a bus, maybe 13. So you'd be home in the evening of the 5th. So regional convention is in Shelton State. Or not Shelton State. Jefferson State Shelby campus. That's where I got the show from. On the 6th and 7th. That's where mock chapter was in over the summer. Actually, it was at the same place last year. Our regional coordinator works there. That's where her home chapter is. They do a very good job. And it's a really good networking opportunity because you're going to meet a lot of students who are probably going to the same schools. That if you don't get that kind of meet and greet first semester freshman type thing in college that a lot of other students do. But what it does is it gives you people that you at least know, and you can have some sort of social connections. It also leads on study groups and all that sort of stuff once you get there. Troy has an alumni chapter. Athens State has an alumni chapter. But even so, if you just get hooked up with them on Snapchat or texting, whatever the means of communication you have, you can drop them a line, and it's nice to have a few people that you know when you transfer. Okay, those were basically the things that I wanted to talk about. What I need you guys to do now, I'll show off the video because I'll just put this in the notes. Figure out who is going to make flyers, who's going to post them around campus on Monday. I'd like to have them up, before 11 a.m. on Monday around campus. Put the nuts and bolts of who's doing the presentation together, okay? Because that's our immediate need. But it's going to be fun, wear your favorite college football team's gear and eat some pizza, and it should be a fun event. So, all right, I'm going to shut off the video. You guys can figure out